mucha
Cuando tú
grasa
comes
eso.
una empella, es como una empella.
Empaya.
Y estás comiendo empella.
Papo, los mejores maestros de negocios son los testigos de Jehová. Oh, wow. You're only seeing this truck and whatnot, but Jose has built an amazing business, multiple trucks. Last year, he had his first 100K on a single month of revenue. Truth be told, did you ever think you were gonna get here right now?
When you have good people, you gotta keep them. Once you do 2-3 houses a week at 250, that's 750 per week. At the end of the month, that's 3K. And that's only 3 houses in the week. That sometimes we will do 3 houses in a day. Future wife?
Wife, straight as fuck.
Wife. Without pushing too hard, without being the best at sales, you can generate $1,000.
Is money still the goal?
Once you become emotional, you just go through the doors. You
know, my mom always tells me that, like, no, el dinero malavillo nunca llega muy lejos.
The crush.
Papa, mira, that's one of our biggest fuck-ups.
Many stories,
My
bro.
biggest fuck-up too.
Don't put a facade in front of you to pretend someone that you're not.
You still do windows?
Myself?
Oh my God,
No,
Mr.
yeah, we
Business
do
Owner.
windows.
There's one thing you can say. Everybody in the world can hear you. What is it that you would say?
Salute.
Hacer un plato en hacer.
Coño, saladito.
Ahí te hacer.
Oh, abre eso, que hay hambre.
Oh shit. Oh, whoa, fuck.
Para ustedes, vamos.
See, I was waiting for us to start recording para promover las empleas de José.
Señor,
El
serio,
negocio nuevo.
Yo, qué rico.
Gracias.
La secandela, queridos amiguitos. Bota con bota. Today, Joseph is gonna do the introduction for our guest of honor, the spotlight. Put you in the spot. Gonna introduce Mr. Jose.
Hold on a second, man.
Toma. Bota con bota.
Hay agua.
Voy a hacer, es un
¿Me
sesio.
trae un poquito?
Es un sesio, man. He got nervous. Didn't know he was gonna have to do the introduction here.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Baroto. We have Christian J. The Paz, and we have Jose Lopez, owner of Miami Softwash, one of the best software companies here in Miami.
Lo está grabando, ¿sí? Sí, we're doing.
Oh, well,
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Microfonito.
We put him on the spot, but he did great. He did great. First, this is not a podcast. Don't disrespect the podcast, bro. Come on. It's more of the spotlight, right? Like, we want to make sure that we build a space that is designed to bring our clients or friends, people who have businesses, to the spotlight, to bring it to you guys so you know more about their services, their business, and as a matter of fact, their life as well, because you get to a point where you only see the success, but you don't know everything that we went through and they went through to get there. So yeah, we're here one more time on the spotlight with a very good friend of mine. I want to say one of my best friends. Also helped him out with funding in the past. Joseph helped him out as well, recording in the past. He fucked up my drone as well. I lent it to him and he fucked it up. Yeah, he messed up my drone.
Oh my God.
Many years that I've known Jose for, and I've seen him grow from nothing to where he's at right now. So it's a very special spotlight because out of all my friends, it probably has one of the biggest growth stories. And I want to share that with you today, and I'm sure he's pumped to do that as well. When was the last time that you did a podcast or that you ever talked about the business?
I've never done it.
First time?
First time.
So I'm excited for that. First thing first, how are you, bro? How are you today?
Pretty good. Chill. I love the setup. Joseph did a great job. Seems like he's learning.
Chamaco está aprendiendo.
Yeah, no, it looks great, and yeah, ready for the questions and have a good time. Prender los tabacos.
He really likes organic stuff. Ready for the question? Oh shit, yeah, vamos a prender los tabacos. Tabaqueros, apunten.
¿Cuál es este?
Ese es la rumbera, serio. All right, yeah, today we're gonna be smoking La Rumbera 1937. This is a Nicaraguan cigar. This is the idea of a good friend of mine. He made a partnership with Oliva, and they created La Rumbera, which is based on a Cuban painting called, I guess, La Rumba. All right, so he named the cigar La Rumbera. We're gonna show it on the video a little closer. We have these guys, los grandecitos, estilo lancero. Sir, it's for you.
Thank you, sir.
And we have the Robusto, the little ones. Smoke this one. Of course, we have more cigars for later on. But thank you, Jose, for bringing the cigars.
For coming.
Of course,
Y
Pablo,
yo
of
sé
course.
por las empedidas.
Oye, te quedó lindo lo de las empedidas esas,
Yours,
hacer, ¿eh?
Pablo.
Bota con pota.
Boda.
Rico, hacer. And we have cafecito as well. Sponsored by Carla. Biggies. One of those bakeries.
Un bakery por ahí.
We got it from one of the bakeries.
Ese con azúcar, este sin azúcar.
No, sin azúcar. Sin azúcar. ¿Quieres más hacer?
Aquí estoy bien.
Bótate con pota. Yo sé que rico están las empuesas, papo, pero es
Eso lechito.
una mala influencia, papo.
¿Lo dijiste tú?
His dad makes it. El Jose.
Bien, bueno. ¿No?
All right, so while we set this up, first thing first, I wanna.
Ese es el crítico Sting. Ah.
Ese es con.
Este
No,
sí.
papo. Oh, guárdame eso por ahí, papo. Guárdame eso por ahí, mi hermano.
No, ya me metí ahí.
Este acero no lo voy a probar. ¿Cómo está eso?
Ese es con azúcar.
Ese es con azúcar.
Me gustó. No te voy a decir que no. Vamos a decir que no. All right, ready to go?
Dale,
Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Salud.
To a great talk, to a great chat. Saludos para ustedes, mis negros. All right, we'll talk. We're gonna talk about success last. I want to start by knowing how do you get started first on this business, right? I know the answer to all this, but I know the audience doesn't, so I want to act like I don't know anything, so I can get the best possible content for the audience. How do you start on this business? And before this business, do you do anything else? Tryouts, tribulations, everything that you went through to get to this, where is now your kind of success path? How do you get here?
So it goes back to 2023, but before that, after stumbling on, I'll say 2 different industries, drop shipping and trading that I still do, which is my passion and I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Things were not going well, and Miguel, a good friend of ours as well,
Miguel Ramirez.
Miguel Ramirez.
Miguel.
Back in those days, door knocking was becoming pretty popular. I don't think it was so popular here in US, but definitely was back in Canada. And
Door knocking doing what?
window cleaning. It was you were kind of selling door to door the window cleaning service. And he's like, bro, you should take a look at this. This is what I'm doing. This is how much I'm making. And I didn't think about it. It was definitely a spot in my life where I had nothing to lose. So I went to Home Depot, bought the bucket, bought the squeegee, and went out there the next day. And I remember, well, actually not the next day, because I had to watch a few videos to learn how to sell the doors, the key words that I would say to be able to sell it to the client. And but the first day I went out, I door knocked, and on the 3rd door I got a sell. Generated 250 there from doing windows. They looked good back then. I think they were happy, you know. And after the house, I knocked for like another block or so, and I got a second sale. I was doing everything by myself, so I just did 2 houses for that day, and I was able to generate 450.
What were you doing at this point? Were you working?
I was doing Uber, and it was barely covering expenses. Coming from a downfall with all the drop shipping stuff, it was definitely hard to keep up with that. Plus, doing Uber for a living, so I definitely had to make it work. So I had no choice to, like David Coggins says, burn the ships.
Did you think? I'm sorry to cut you off. I mean, first and first.
Yeah.
We didn't say this at the very beginning, but like, you're only seeing this truck and whatnot, but Jose has built an amazing business, multiple trucks. Last year, he has his first 100K on a single month of revenue, which is massive. One of the last interviews we did, one of our clients, like his biggest year was 250K in the whole year. Jose had a month last year where he broke the 100K mark, and he's pulled off this year into being the first $1 million year. So this is not small numbers that we're talking about, but it did start it from where he's talking about right now, from very, very humble beginnings. Right, he was doing Uber, and then started his business, and I cut you off, but I did want to bring it back to you on those early days. Do you think that this was gonna be it? Like when you started doing it, what was your expectations?
I was just flowing. I didn't really have like an expectation or well, I had an amount set in mind that I needed to generate, and going back to Miguel, he spoke super well about how he was doing, the sales he was getting. So it was definitely a service that there was a demand out there, but most people were not talking about it. It was not mainstream, such as other business models, and it kind of goes back to the basics, just simple: get a bucket, get a squeegee, and go out there and sell. No technology, nothing out of the world, if you can say it that way. But that first day when I was able to generate 450, kind of light up a light in my head. I was like, there's something, that if I can duplicate this or keep going and get better, I can definitely scale this, and to the point that I would probably have people to not do it myself, to do it for myself. And short story, I got out the second day. There was no sales on the second day. The third day, rough, long day after a lot of no's, people slamming on the doors. I finally got a sale, and then 2 sales back to back, and I was able to make.
No, qué rico, chick.
Qué rico. Pretty good for that day as well, but always reminding myself that you always gotta seek the no's, because the more no's you get, and that's something that they will teach you as well in those videos.
Yes is closer.
The yes gets closer, and it's really, I don't know how to say that, como cuando pierdes el ánimo, you can get super like down. Yeah, after a few no's, your emotions start to kick in, and it was definitely an emotional battle between myself and my head. But short story, here we are. I was able to grow it, which after a few months of doing it myself, you start getting tired, especially here in Miami, of the sun. And that's where I'm like, it's gonna get to a point that I'm gonna cover all these neighborhoods, and I definitely gotta start planning out to what's next for me, because number one, if I wanna scale, I cannot keep doing it myself. Either I gotta teach or hire someone to do it for myself, but there is more to generate, especially on this industry, but to get leads from a different way than door knocking.
So, truth be told, did you ever think you were gonna get here right now? Multiple trucks, I hang around with you and you get freaking like 10, 20 calls a day, hundreds of clients at this point. Honestly, do you think we're gonna get here to the point where you have employees, trucks, 100K a month? Was that your goal?
Money was the goal.
Got it.
Money, the monetary goal monthly was the goal, and I guess this is the process that we gotta go through, and the way you have to establish and set up things to get to those numbers. Hiring, having systems, building a team to be able to grow, because you're not able to do everything by yourself, especially when you got calls, cleaners, so much going on within the business that you gotta hire and train people to outsource and delegate those things. But didn't really see myself not having none of this. It's just kind of started as, this is where I have to go, because this is where life is taking me right now, and see what it comes out of, and I'm a big believer that if you do one thing, you gotta do it the best you can and explode and squeeze the orange or the lime as much as you can, and this is what we're doing right now. Definitely planning on keep growing, but just taking it day by day and enjoying the process as much as I can. End goal, or where I see myself in another year, in a sense of how many trucks I'll have, how many people in the crew, not sure, because I've had
Is money still the goal? You said that, yeah, monetary was like the goal was there.
What's the goal?
What's the goal now? That there is money coming in,
Yeah, well, we still have that monetary goal and that monthly threshold. That once we get there on a consistent basis, then I'll see what's next for the company. Maybe adding another department, different services. Who knows?
But for you, forget about the company. For you, so money, the goal was monetary for now. Yeah, maybe not every single month you're making 100K, but you know
I
you're
see-
gonna,
I see what
you're gonna get there consistently. Now, what is the goal? Because the money's there.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Money's not a
100K,
problem.
maybe 90, 80, 110. The
Yeah.
money's there. So what would you say is your goal right now that the business is kind of running and you know you're like running it comfortably?
So I think for myself, I haven't really thought about it much for myself. Thinking about the crew, especially.
The guys?
Yeah, on how they can generate more, how they can get more comfortable, because I know that things are not easy out there, and when you have good people, you gotta keep them and come up with ways of how you can keep them, not because they're gonna leave, but how you can make them more comfortable, to the sense that how they can make more money to make it hard for them to leave, especially when they're making good money here, they feel good, there's a great energy. So my goal for the last few months have been how we can generate more and put system in place so they can get more comfortable and get better for themselves. As of myself, the goal right now, haven't really think too much about it, honestly.
It's going just flowing with it.
Just flowing right now and
Sometimes flowing. I mean, flowing has taken you here in a way. You just told me from the beginning you never really had like a specific plan. You've just been doing
Yeah.
what you do and doing it right, and it got you here. I think sometimes we'll go through that flowing stage. Probably Joseph probably can relate to this as well. Like we didn't really think that we were gonna do now like a spotlight series, and we just had the ideas and opportunity came, and we was like, all right, we're just gonna flow with it.
Yeah.
And I've known a lot of people in the past years, many people. Jose is by far one of the most organized individuals that I've ever met. Back in the day, I started doing eBay drop shipping. Jose saw me. I think I never charged sale or $500 probably. I think I charged him $500
You gotta
to like
support your friends.
to like teach him how to like do it. I also taught Miguel. I never been able to sell him anything. I think I taught him for free.
Well, Miguel didn't charge me for the course.
No?
He gave it to me for free.
Ah, you see, karma's a good thing.
Yeah. So
Karma
it,
is
it
good.
worked out pretty good.
So Jose, he was in Orlando. I taught him how to do drop shipping and started doing drop shipping. And then you moved to Miami and you were still doing it.
Yeah.
Remember at the old apartment, you were kind of like working on it. Truth be told, eBay drop shipping never took off the way we thought it was gonna take out. Yeah, it made us some money. Very little. Taught us about VAs, hiring people,
So it was definitely
the LLCs, and getting credit. I learned from even drop shipping, getting
Exactly.
people access to capital. I learned it there, but I realized there how organized Jose was. Because I had a mess. I'm always like, I'm gonna do shit. I'm gonna do it, right? I have an idea. Let's go run it. I don't need to be ready. Let's just turn the cameras on. Let's run. Jose is very organized. This guy had the most beautiful spreadsheets and everything number and how he talked to the clients, organizations. I think that's a big thing of why you've built so much. Would you say that's one of your biggest traits, or what would you say are like the top traits that help you build a business like this, where you have employees and running machines all around?
That's a great question. I think that's definitely one of them.
Don't be shy with it. You can throw it out. You can be proud of yourself. You can be cocky right now. And cocky.
I think that's one of them, but that also can play against you, because sometimes you want things to play out so perfect, that kind of holds you, But I'll say that was one of them. Having empathy, I learned that a lot with my relationship. Having empathy from other people, willing to listen to other opinions and drop the ego, especially when you're surrounded by men, and I'm the youngest one.
Your relationship. Okay.
No, with my future wife.
Wife, straight as fuck.
Wife.
Bueno. No, porque a lot of people are gonna be watching this. We gotta tell every single guest how we bring in.
We're getting married
lifting
this
on the
year.
table. Go Trump.
Definitely. And just drop the ego. learning how to listen to people without um, resentment in a sense, especially when things can get heated. Like I said, having to work with men and me being the youngest one, that a lot of people might not, you're
Or
like, oh,
like employee wise,
chamaquito,
yeah.
young. But I think that once you build empathy and this is something that I'm still figuring out how to get your message across without like not so emotionally, in a sense of, if you feel some type of way, how can I tell him this is bothering me without telling him in a bad way? Those things, I think that I'm still working on that, but I think that's what has taken us here. Hearing them, trying to make them comfortable, um, accepting when you fuck up and when things don't go right, accept accountability um, and learn from those mistakes. I think that's definitely um,
Like one of the biggest traits.
yeah, I would say so. And definitely the hunger, because it could easily, I could have easily get comfortable and stop being one truck. I could manage it myself, but it became to a point that it was not about me, it was about them, because they gotta bring mo- food to the table in their end. So, and it's some random idea that I get, but before I was like, I could easily just chill, get a few jobs, get a helper, But I got to a point that I cannot do that, because if I decide to do that, even back in the day when I still studying, I had already two guys working for me. Um, how you gonna tell them you have to leave because I don't wanna keep growing it, Because
Yeah.
that would have been the excuse if I didn't want to keep growing and didn't want to keep pushing. So I think that the hunger, organization is definitely one, and not having the ego, letting things go when
Yeah, not having an ego.
exactly,
I get what you're
exactly.
trying to say.
And just listening to opinions, giving them a sense of ownership. It's not like, oh, I'm the boss and
I think
we
ego
do
comes with uncertainty and like not being secure about yourself
exactly.
and who you are and what you bring to the table. I think once you know your value and who you truly are, you could really care less about what people do or say to you. And like you know you, so it doesn't matter what one of your employees or business partners says. Like you know what's up on your end. So yeah, whoever has a big ego out there, I mean, ego is good and bad. There's people that have a good ego in the sense that they're confident on what they do, and there's a reason for them to be confident on what they do.
Exactly.
But there's people who have the ego because they are not confident on who they are, which is very different.
Yeah.
It's like a shield, you know. But some people use it for good. In your case, I get exactly what you're trying to say. Now it's been a couple years since you started the business. Things have changed. 3 years.
March 3rd, we hit 3 years. That's when I
Happy
first
birthday,
started.
Babu. Happy
Thank
birthday.
you, thank
Happy
you.
Softwash business
Yeah.
birthday.
March 3rd was the first day I went out, and
Would you say if somebody again, and it's so much easier for us to have a talk with somebody that we don't know, because I know a lot of the answers to the questions that I'm asking you here, but I do want the people to get the value and to get what you need, what you have to offer, and your knowledge. Now it's been 3 years. We say that 2026 is it as easy or affordable to start a business like you started 3 years ago to start this type of business on
yeah,
today's economy?
100%.
Same thing, nothing has
100%.
changed.
When I started, I believe that the economy was worse than what it is right now. And if you use that as an excuse and you let all that noise going around dictate how you're gonna proceed or act to what you believe is best for you, or the decision that you have ever made is gonna be based on what's going around, you're never gonna do something or anything, because there's something, the perfect timing is never here. And when I started, Biden was in the government, the economy was the worst time
Sleepy
ever.
Joe.
Sleeping Joe was there. The economy was
We don't talk politics
shit.
on this spotlight.
Based on the
Como un
news,
animal.
based on the news, things were going bad, and sometimes it's unavoidable that you let those things get in your head. But I saw month by month how we were improving, the numbers were growing, we getting better. So it got to a point that I'm not even letting that affect me. But going back to the question, I believe so. It's just a matter of making the decision and taking it as far as you can. A lot of people might be content with just starting out, having a few clients, and just build their business out of word of mouth and the reputation that little by little you start building. We're using that now because after 3 years is when you start getting people calling you back and stuff like that. But we went all in with the marketing and all that stuff that we're gonna get there, I'm sure. But yeah, I think that for anything that anybody wants to do, the perfect timing is now. And if they made the decision, just go ahead and get it done.
I think it's great timing right now to do a business like yours. I had a friend of my sister's. Sister was here on Christmas. Friend of her passed by the house with his kid. We went to see the alligators, this and that. And I ride on the truck with him, and he's asking me, because he knows I've always been into businesses. He's asking me, hey, I have a little money saved up. He plays the violin, and he works in construction as well. Crazy shit. He also has like a side gig. So he has good money saved up, and he's asking me, what business do I start? Straight up. And bro, a few businesses that come to mind is my business. Everybody needs money. And then service-based business, and I always use you as an example. Because with all the AI shit going on right now, I think service-based businesses, plumbing, softwash, landscaping, all that you actually need the hands. Maybe at some point it gets freaking automated. You know, there's robots building houses already. So maybe at some point something happens, but for the next 5-10 years, I think it's gonna be a great business.
But even
more than 3 years ago, more than ever now.
Yeah, I agree. And going back to that, this business model, this home service business, what you're basically doing is buying labor a little cheaper than what you're selling it for. So even though if bots in the next 10, 15 years are gonna be doing the jobs, who's gonna have the infrastructure to bring the leads and connect the leads with those bots? The business. So even though all the technology takes over, you still have that, I'm gonna say like a marketplace, like that shop where customers are gonna come in and they're gonna get the quote and
Same thing.
and from you. And the way you deliver, it doesn't really matter if you do it with employees or bots.
I like that concept. I never heard about that concept, but I've heard a lot of people buying labor.
That makes sense.
Instead of hiring a person, hire a robot.
You buy
have the
labor for
robots, you
cheaper
have the
and
workforce.
selling it for more expensive.
Yeah.
And that's how you make a profit, of course, after all expenses and all that. But that's what you're basically doing.
Yeah, it's like the
And
drones in your business. Like the drones in your business that are right now.
the drone?
The drones that clean the windows.
Exactly.
Exactly like that.
Exactly. They still do the
that's a good
service,
example.
but a drone is doing it instead of somebody
Exactly.
hanging from the roof down.
How much money you think? Because I want to say when people are going to start something, the bigger excuse is I don't have the time and I don't
The
have
money.
the money, right? The two biggest excuses. The time, we know I can always find time because some people spend, myself included, sometimes I catch myself like hours, like freaking watching YouTube and watching Trump and some bullshit that maybe I should invest into my business, you know? So time is not an excuse. You can always make time for a fact. And I have several examples for that. But when it comes to the money, this when it gets more practical, shit, like I really have no money, you know?
Exactly.
Either you can go get it, right? But for people who are starting from scratch, brick and mortar, they like to have their own cash and start with their own cash. How much money do they need to start a business like yours? And like yourself, how much money do you start with?
Oh, I had, I would say a few $100 back then.
Hey,
Yeah. And it only took me, I think it was $20 to buy the bucket. I spent like $60 to start.
you're
Now,
gonna start a business with $60.
with less than $100. No Google page,
Qué rico, Bob.
no uniforms, nothing. Now, it all comes down of how elegant you want things, because yeah, you can drop 60K, 70K on a whole new setup, on a whole truck with all the elegant and beautiful equipment. But how much is that going to produce you? And that's a mistake that a lot of people commit, that they think they need a lot of money. And if they have it from funding or if they have a little bit saved up, they put it in the wrong things. Especially nowadays with these companies building beautiful trucks, it's easy to get sold on the elegance and how the business is gonna look, but that equipment is not going to produce anything until you get leads.
Right.
Most people invest in the equipment, not in the infrastructure to get the customers. That's what's gonna pay for your equipment and your business. So, going back to the question, especially in this industry, you can get, I mean,
$500.
$500 to buy a decent pressure washer, electric one would do the work. Of course, it's gonna take you longer. It's gonna take you. You're not gonna be using heavy duty equipment, but it's still gonna get the job done. You're still gonna be able to deliver good results, happy clients, and then from there you start building, little by little, and
So-
putting back in the business.
I have $500. I'm a cat, straight out of high school, college, or maybe somebody, I don't know, with $500 and I'm willing to put work in. What would it take for me to break even, right? And to start making around 2 to 3K a month, which is a good spot right now for most people living in the US. 3K a month. What would it take? How long would it take for me to get there?
Well, it's gonna take bolts.
I'm not using heavy equipment yet.
No.
I just bought my pressure washer, $500.
I didn't even get my pressure washer until 3-4 months after. At the
Okay.
beginning, all we were doing was window cleaning.
Were you doing Uber at the same time at the very beginning, or you
No.
were just doing? You were like,
After
I'm
that
just
day,
gonna sell.
After that day,
That you saw the first client.
I'm like, there's something here. I'm
Bro,
not.
I remember when you guys first started.
Yeah,
So
and I
Miguel was
sent
at my
you the
house
picture of the
of
check.
money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Miguel was showing me a random picture with money.
and
shit.
Miguel came and helped me out, but I didn't. And originally, I didn't want to do pressure cleaning. I wanted to do only window cleaning because I had already, everything figured out with the water-fed pole. That of course I bought little by little. But I didn't get my pressure washer until 3-4 months after that. That those same clients were saying, "Hey, you should do pressure washing because it comes together, with the same industry." And I decided to get it. But you asked me about
So more or less, like, let's just use as the example. How much you make on the first month? Let's say I invest the $500 investment
if I don't if I don't remember wrong, it was like 11K
on your first
on
month.
The first month, yeah, just window cleaning.
What are we doing here, Bob?
With zero,
I'm gonna
with
drop the
zero-
phone in business.
with zero overhead. That's the other thing. When you do everything yourself, you can afford to not go out every day or not sell
Yeah.
every day because you don't have overhead.
You're telling me this is you without heavy equipment,
Just
the
me
things that you
with
bought.
the brush and a bucket.
All right, sounds amazing. People watching this, your first month, 11K. Let's say 10K, right? Let's
I
round
was
it up.
pushing though. I was pushing 6 days a week, even
Right,
though I was
but
not selling.
I bet people who need money, they're gonna want to push as well.
Yeah.
So, sounds beautiful. 10K. Can you elaborate a little more on that? Like first week, first month. Like what were you doing that got you to 10K on your first month on a brand new business? Yes, you had guidance, but what else was it take?
I think it becomes monotonous and
Hey, English, ¿qué decirle?
monotono.
Bravo,
Monotonía.
sí.
The same thing every day.
Monotonous.
Monotonous.
It's the same thing every
It,
day.
Monotony.
it can become so.
Repetitive.
You gotta
Repetitive.
repetitive.
Tenemos un tradicional aquí,
And-
ChatGPT
and-
English.
DVD clock.
and that's something that
Monotonous.
that Miguel taught me too. Is like when it comes to doors, you cannot get emotional because people are gonna have different situations in their life going on, and they're gonna
Okay,
react.
tío, Joa. Fuck, guys,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
I believe in God and just having a little fun here. Going back, so your first week, your first month, 10K in your first month.
So
People are gonna think you're kidding. He's not kidding. He doesn't lie. He doesn't need to. Jehovah Witnesses.
so you learn that you just go through the doors. You go, and all you gotta do is knock the door. And even though if you don't push so hard, there is already people out there that are willing to pay you for your service because, especially here in Miami,
They need it.
they need the service. Windows are dirty, humidity is super high, so the windows are dirty. Even though if you're not great at sales,
Yeah.
if you're not the most well-spoken guy, if you know how to present yourself on the door and explain what you're doing on the most simpler way, you're gonna get a sale because every block has what is called hidden gems. That's going back to the door knocking terms. Every block is gonna have 2-3 doors, one door, that is willing to pay you for your service. You
So
just
even if
gotta,
you're not good at sales, you're gonna still
you
make it
can
happen.
sell it, and it doesn't take too much after you compound for a whole month to make 3 4K, because regularly you will charge 200 $300, of course 5 600 depending on how big the house is. As starting out, you don't want to go so big, because especially when you're learning as you go, you don't want to get involved into a 3-story house and you don't know how to clean the top story windows. So you want to start small and get confident and start learning on the process. But once you do 2 3 houses a week at 250, that's 750 per week. At the end of the month, that's 3K, and that's only 3 houses in the week. That sometimes we will do 3 houses in a day.
Damn. So
You
probably
know?
in a couple of days, you break even.
In a week, you can easily
You recoup
make,
your investment.
without pushing too hard, without being the best at sales, you can generate $1,000.
Wow.
Simple, without stressing. Taking your time to learn, not pushing on the doors.
What's the crazy? Because I know you were going around the little scooter. What's the crazy story you have from like going around on those days?
Oh, bro.
Aside from Miguel, like stopping randomly at places to take a
that
shit.
one's gonna no. The Miguel one was crazy.
You guys were stopped by police. at
Oh,
some
we were
point?
stopped by police all the time, and that's another thing that you kind of rethink stuff, because police comes all the time. People call the police on you, but Miguel
Money, man.
Miguel once tell this lady that this lady stops. Supposedly she was the HOA president, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? You're not supposed to solicit." And he's like, "Miss, relax. We're just seducing old ladies."
Oh my God. Miss, relax. We're just seducing old ladies.
And I look at him like, "Bro, are you serious?" You said, and she's
Going to
like,
jail.
she takes out her glasses. She's like, "Did you say seducing?" And I'm like, "Oh no." And we were doing a house, so it's not like we were just walking out. We had already a sale. We were doing the house. And he's like, "Miss, we just hardworking kids, just helping neighbors to clean their windows." And she's like, "You guys have 10 minutes to leave the neighborhood right now, this and that." We didn't leave, but we didn't door knock anymore on that neighborhood. That's one of the crazy stories. The other one, on the scooter, Marie, my future wife, she fell on the scooter. She had a lot of wounds. And,
did?
Yeah, she did, super
Wow.
bad. She
Damn.
broke the scooter.
Thailand or?
Here, on the Thailand too,
Yeah.
but here, myself didn't really had other than crazy people slamming the door at you, and I don't want to call them crazy because everybody has their own thing going on, but sometimes they would react as you were. I don't know. I guess people nowadays are not used to having someone knock on the door and present themselves.
They hide. Creo que es un yo.
They hide, or they already see you as an ad that they want to skip. So
No,
you.
el hijo de negocio, eso tú ese. They already see you as an ad that they want to skip.
And that's you have to break that barrier. So you gotta understand that you come in on the door, they probably get a lot more people knocking on the door. So you have to learn that, but it's not hard. It's not hard. Going back to what's the craziest story, other than that, I would say getting the police called on me. I got in North Miami once. They asked for my ID and they gave me a warning that if I was get caught door knocking again in that area, I was gonna get like a fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing I see major or.
You know, I like that, and I'll make a little parenthesis here. So people have pretty good idea already of the business, how to start it. The investment is very minimal. Guys, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Jose. Pretty cool guy. I'm sure that he wouldn't mind like sending you a voice
course,
message
yeah.
or giving you tips, anything like that. But it is something for those of you guys who live in the cold places. Like, for example, our friend from Canada, the one that told Jose how to do the business, it's in Canada, so season of the year he cannot work. So he would come to Miami, rent a car,
Yep.
buy some equipment, minimum equipment here in Miami, and run the business in Miami. Just him, and that's how Jose got involved because he was
Yeah.
here working. So if you live somewhere where it's cold, you can literally travel to Miami, places that is hot, and then you can run your business there for that season.
Or you can
And it
also
still makes sense.
add different services. I know a lot of people, not that I know them personally, but I've heard that they do snow removal.
Oh yeah.
So clients already know you, and you can present to them, hey, this is what we're doing in the cold winter. Christmas lights, that's another one that I heard is super profitable. And a lot of homeowners look forward to that because everybody wants to have their house looking nice for the Christmas and the holidays.
Could you do a little description of all the services that you do, like very quick, like 1 minute? Then I have some good questions, but I want to make sure that we wrap up for the business, right? People have gotten a great idea. Now, for the business owners, for the homeowners, what services do you do for business and homeowners?
So we do from exterior cleaning, or from the roof all the way down to the driveway, windows, house washing, any property exterior cleaning you need, we can help you out for the homeowners. For people that are looking to start in the industry, more than happy to help you out, reach out, answer any questions, meet me in person, I'll help you set up your truck, whatever you need. If you're coming from Christian and Joseph, I'll be more than happy to
Referral free,
to set you up.
Referral fee para nosotros, para la gente buena,
Un link
para
ahí.
la gente del Spotlight.
Yeah.
Oye, Jose's gonna be our first sponsor already on the Spotlight. Empezamos a cobrar por la
really?
Spotlight. Papa, we're gonna start charging for this shit, you know?
For real? For real?
We don't really want to, so right now we're just gonna have fun with it, but maybe at some point.
Yeah, you can be
Once,
more-
Pablo, if we hit a video where we get like 50,000 views on YouTube, some good shit like that, I was gonna say crazy shit. It's pretty crazy for us. Vamos a ver qué se puede meter a hacer. Algo like, una edad orgánica, una edad how you doing, baby.
¿No?
Una edad bonita, una edad linda hacer.
Nada familiar.
Una edad familiar, algo, nada más con la gente de nosotros, la gente cercana. Mira, so business people have a great idea already what you do, how they can do something like what you're doing. Let's start getting into it, right? I wanna. What is the worst experience or the biggest fuck up that you've ever done? It can be personal, it can be business. What is a spot in your life that you were like, I really fucked up? I don't know if I can get out of this one. One of those moments where, like, you don't pray, but you start praying type of shit. Have you ever had one of those moments? Heavy shit happened to you. You're like, how do I get out of this?
Not so deep like that, but definitely was not the best decision when I bought crypto with credit cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in those days
Crazy.
where wanted to make a lot of money, but didn't want to. I don't want to say I didn't want to have responsibilities, but the easy money, you know, that we all been through, and when you get sold on social media. Yeah, I think that's the worst mistake. I don't regret it because that's probably one of the reasons why I pushed to be able to take care of that. But definitely, I think that's the biggest fuck up.
For real? So
Yeah.
maxing now your
Credit
business credit cards,
cards.
personal credit cards
Yeah,
to buy crypto.
I was super bullish.
And it didn't go as planned.
No.
Was that before we went to Thailand?
Yeah,
Oh,
Right
yeah, bro, we were in Thailand
And we-
getting liquidated.
yeah. But the other part is that all
You
that
borrow
crypto that
against the
I bought,
crypto.
I borrow against. So I was borrowing twice against the money that was not mine.
What was the company that we used to like
Nexus.
borrow against? Nexus.
Next.
Americans, we bought like Neos, toda los cryptos de eso. And then we borrow against
We
it.
were super bullish.
Pablo,
Eh,
we went to Thailand, we're gonna live life.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the trip, we started getting liquidated. I remember the Netflix stock fell. Fue the biggest hit that I ever took. Netflix se fue para el piso. Luna, the biggest scam ever. Luna se fue like to like
Luna, yeah.
dollars.
Ethereum had a lot of Ethereum that got liquidated.
And we got liquidated as fuck in the middle of the trip
Yeah.
in Thailand.
Yeah.
And then you have all that debt. You have to take care of it. You have to be responsible for it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one. But again, it felt right because and it goes back to not having, when you have money available, even it's not yours or funding, and you don't know what to do with it. That's when you do things not only by emotion, but when you don't have a plan for money, it's not good to.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't work for the money. You know, my mom always tells me that, like, no, el dinero malavillo nunca llega muy lejos. Like money that you don't really work for, that you didn't sweat for it. Like,
Yes.
it comes in super fast. It goes in faster, than it comes in. Especially if you're somebody like myself, like I'm very not adverse. I'm very risk involved. When I say it like that, like I'm always risking. So when the money comes in easy, trust me, it usually goes out faster. So now I'm in that process of like, you gotta take a little more money care. You gotta take care of a little more money. So if I invest in a main coin, it's a main coin that's a little more stable, you know. But bro, no, I think a lot of people go through that, especially a lot of our clients. That I always told them, before you get access to the capital, make sure you have a client
Exactly.
that's actually gonna like work out. Like, don't use capital that you don't have to. That's what's called over leverage on money that's not even yours.
Yeah, and also, bro, there is this opportunity that got presented to me, buying land for super dirt cheap here in Florida, and having the money, I didn't really. I was so sold on the idea of like digital money and this that I was not opening my mind to different opportunities that would come, and that was one of them that I didn't really. And family members,
It would have been a lot better now.
yeah, they take advantage of that, and it played out great, and
Bro.
risk was super minimal.
What about the forex thing that Will got scammed? Didn't you have money there?
The what?
The forex bot.
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
Didn't you get one of the loans to put a little
yes,
money?
yes, I did, and it didn't last. I came in the last.
That's a big fuck.
The
That's one
last-
of my biggest fuck ups.
Yeah, I didn't.
By
I didn't,
far, one of my biggest
I
fuck-ups.
forgot about it. Yeah,
Forgot about it.
Yeah, I got that loan,
A new take.
the new tech
A
loan,
new take.
and part of that I put it on that bud that it only took about a month to get the call saying, hey,
You're
things
gonna take
didn't
our
work
money.
out. Olvídate de esa platica.
It's been a biggest hit, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But
From there, that's one of the pushing. Papi, déjame eso para ahorita hacer.
I'm one.
Cierra. That's when one of the biggest pushing moments, or that turned on my light to go having to the funding business, into like secure funding. Because for that opportunity, I was like, no, I need to get some loans, right? So that's how I learned about NewTake.
Yeah.
When we were in Thailand, I started researching and I got the loan. I had to
told me
come here
about
to
it.
get a check.
You told me about it.
And then everybody got NewTake loans, and then I was like, fuck, like we can turn this into a business.
Yeah.
Well,
And right after that, we started
yeah.
Shorts Creation.
Yeah.
Pablo. You know, so from the biggest fucks, it was a very expensive one. Heavy hit, over 300K that I lost there.
I only put
family
12.
members lost. No, you did great.
10, 12.
I mean, you did amazing, Pablo.
I mean, it was still money that if
still
I
money.
had it, you know, but not as deep as you guys, but yeah. And especially in the situation that I was back then, that would have gone far, you know.
what would you say now that we know about your fuck ups? What are the best memories, happy moments that you have? Life. And business there, I don't know. My happy moments are, I don't think they're in business. They're very far from business.
Yeah.
What would you say are your top moments? Those moments are you're like in a place and you're like as happy as it gets. Unbothered, happy as hell.
Bro, definitely.
Life is just going through your eyes and you're like, life is good.
I would say Thailand also was a great time. Coming here as well to US, I think as a Cuban, and you were born here
Yeah, I
in
was born here.
Thailand, but probably as for you as well, arriving in US is one of the biggest wow moments. At least for me, it was like a big happy moment. Like we here in US, that what I've always dreamed of being at, and that's one of them. Going to Thailand, of course, is a crazy experience that definitely marked
Gotta
our
travel.
lives. And I'm still learning the actual meaning of happiness, and learning how to appreciate the little moments.
Are you fulfilled? Like we would say that you're a fulfilled person.
I'm looking to get fulfilled. Espérate, porque se me confundo eso. Especially, and I got this.
cracking up.
I'm looking to get fulfillment.
Like an Amazon package. Ahora mismo aquí. I want to get fulfilled right now.
esto, especially from close people, not so monetary, because we, you know, as the society
That's
kind of
great.
pushes you into the material stuff.
O sea, de una
So,
manera reírte aquí, hacer era una pregunta, like, hacer.
so
El tipo no
learning,
pregunta nada más que se ríe aquí de los spotlights, hacer.
so learning how to appreciate the little things.
Are you fulfilled? ¿Estás riendo? A ver, are you fulfilled?
I'm ready to be.
You feel, now you're fulfilled.
I'm looking for fulfillment. You know what I feel great, bro, in Puerto Rico.
Yeah?
I feel great. I love it. Even
Puerto
as I don't
Rico.
mention it too much, or Maria's always wanting to go, and
Puerto
she
Rico is
always
a
down
great
to go.
spot. It's so
Bro,
close to Cuba.
It's so
Like vibes-wise.
similar to Cuba, but you still in a U.S. territory, so you get, you know, I would say both worlds combined. I love being there. I would say especially being so close to the beach, that the breeze, the palm trees, Chorcito Nailo, Chancletica, you know.
Choli chancleta.
Exacto.
I like that, bro. I
The
think
beach, bro.
fulfillment, a lot of, however you see happiness, I want to say for me, happiness is always close to the ocean.
I can relate.
Una playa, algún
Una
lado.
playa, un lago, something with water, pescar,
Pescando, vamos, bien rico hacer.
pescar.
Bro, that's why I think Thailand was such like one of my best stages of my life, aside from all the shit that we went through after started getting liquidated.
Yeah.
And shit went south. When we first got there, bro, like we were living. So we were in Thailand. We were living on a mountain.
Yeah.
On a resort. A resort has like 20 pools. We had a private pool for our villa, 3 rooms, 3 bathrooms.
And we were in the island, so we were not in the mainland.
We were
on
in
the
an island, in a mountain, in a resort in the mountain.
Yeah. Super high.
And we will see the ocean and we will see the island in front. And waking up, we will open the window. I remember on my room, and you had the pool, the palm trees, the green from the mountain, and then the ocean at the end.
And in the afternoons by the beach. Right, that
Oh,
was great.
and Bobo Beach, Babu. We went to the
Tomando una
Bobo Beach
cervecita ahí, chill.
con una cervecita, ¿cómo se llama? El apple cider.
Apple cider mousse.
Los apple cider mousse.
No
Sabodega.
tenía, you were not getting cold. It was just like chilling, breeze, sunset.
I told Joseph, bro, like we gotta travel. I have a travel pending with him. We wanna go to Vietnam. It's pretty close, pretty similar vibes.
Yeah.
Just, there's no way to explain to someone what it's like to travel. For me, like I'm here right now. Fuck, like to settle down. I love the U.S. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But this is like we are inside the rat race in the U.S. You can have a business, you can have whatever you want. You're still part of the system, right?
Exactly.
We're paying taxes. We have a passport that says we're U.S. citizens, and you know you have leverage wherever you go. But only when you travel, not only travel, when you live, which is what we did. We stayed there for a couple months. When you live somewhere outside the U.S., especially in a place like Thailand, you're like, fuck, this is like freedom.
Yeah.
Like that's what freedom looks like. On top of that, like culture is great, the food is great,
And you get to experience
prices are cheap as hell.
meeting people and see different perspectives and just get to know different cultures and having something to tell. Even though we were only there for 2 months, I mean, it's a lot. It's
You
60
guys.
days. Yeah,
Went
you
back.
went back.
Fuck that shit. I was like, I want to go back.
We have
It
so
was
much to
great.
tell, and a lot of shit
is
happened
great.
there that
The crush.
How many
Speaking of
stories?
that crash.
Papa made that's one of our biggest fuck
many
ups.
stories.
My
bro.
biggest fuck up too. That crash.
No, but
Yeah,
ese-
Marie, you know,
el
she came
fuck
back
up
and
ese-
crashed it again, then again, no sabías.
But whatever, at least me or her, we tell someone that we live there, their eyes go like, tell me,
I know, bro.
how is it there? And their attention just like, you pick their attention super quick and they're willing to listen to you, your experiences, your stories. And I think that's,
Bro, ourselves, we meet, like whenever we're going like double dates, things like that, we meet and we talk about Thailand. And we already know the stories. We repeat the stories and we share the pictures that we have together
Yeah.
and the videos. And we have so many stories from 2 months that some people spend a lifetime and they don't get those
they don't
stories.
get it. They don't get it. Yeah.
They really don't get it. You travel like 20 hours to get somewhere else in the other side of the world. And it's like you're living in a movie. And if you don't go through it, you will never experience it.
Yeah.
Max out a credit card and go to Thailand. Experience
financial
it. It'll be
advice.
worth it. It's better than buying crypto. Yeah, not financial
Oh, yeah.
advice, but you will love it, and I can't wait to take fucking Joseph on
a
the trip
trip.
to Vietnam. Pretty close.
What location you looking forward to go now?
Vietnam.
Vietnam? But you've been
Vietnam.
there already, no?
No, I never been to. Have I been to Vietnam? No, Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Estuve en Cambodia. Well, Vietnam, I do want to go there. I was recommended that a bunch of times. And I think it'll be great for Joseph. If never, you've been to Turkey, right?
Turkey?
Where else?
Turkey rico, ¿sabes?
Yeah, Turkey was really
Turkey
good.
leg.
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
Yeah,
and
Turkey
Disney.
was the first trip that like.
Outside of US?
Yeah, it was more Europe, and then it was a whole different culture. You saw a whole different thing. There, I think that was the only one. Everything was in Bimini. We went to Bimini. We went to Bimini.
Bahamas is
Bimini a couple
beautiful.
days.
It's a little paradise. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but also a great spot to kind of vacate to. What are you looking forward to now, bro? Like you travel, you build a business. You're looking forward to settle.
Definitely,
You got a dog.
we just got a dog, but definitely more travel. Looking to spend more time with the people I care about and be more present mentally and physically. Because a lot of times you're physically but not mentally.
No.
And that happens when you run a business and I think that's my biggest goals right now. Los otros días me metí en un canal that time flies and another 10 years go by and we 37 in the high 30s.
Hey.
And
Yeah.
yeah, those time flies. So definitely, my goal right now is get quality. Of course, having the peace of mind that financials are good and they keep improving. Investing into what I care about the relationships, the quality time. That doesn't need to be so expensive, but something as simple as going and watch the sunset, stuff like that. You know, little things that I've never done, and that's something as a person I was not taught how to or have the habit to look forward to those little things. So I'm kind of pushing myself to start doing that. That's definitely.
What would you say? I'm actually curious about this. What would you say outside of business and building the Softwash business and trading? What would you say is a skill that you have that you're like, I'm damn good at this. Like you're confident at. Like if you ask me a skill, like I'm good with people. Put me in a room with anybody. I'll talk to anyone. What is a skill that you're confident that you want to brag about it? Like I'm really good at doing this.
But I don't know.
No, me neither. That's why I'm asking. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Like something that you do, like you can close your eyes and you do it.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, and that's something that I don't want to say it bothers me, but definitely I wanna get to a point that I say I'm good at this, and I mean running a business is kind of generic, you know.
Bro, not at all. Not at all.
True, because when I look back and
Not everybody
people,
has a business like yours, bro.
and people get to me and like, bro, you're doing these numbers and you're managing how many people and this and that. I'm like, okay, yeah. When I see it from a different perspective, I'm like, yeah, I probably don't see it or I take it as a granted because I don't see the before and after so sharp. Like I went through the curve. Bro,
There it is, bro.
I'll say that. Yeah, definitely.
There it is. It's not easy, bro. Bro, how many people live here that they have the same capabilities that you have? You know, probably better IQ than you have and than I have, and they don't have a business like yours.
Yeah.
Bro, we just interview a good friend of ours the other day. Has been running his business for 15 years. His biggest year was last year. He made $250,000 in a whole year. He made 100 racks on a single month last year.
Yeah, and that's the other
It's
thing.
not easy. We take it for granted, but it's what you're doing. It's not easy. So there's a skill behind that maybe you don't see it it's part of who you are. But it's good to see it.
I would say risk tolerance.
Risk tolerance.
And
You're
I
good
was-
at taking risks.
I'm good at that, but seeing it, for example, as monetary one, like when you put money on the risk, and at least for me, like I've learned, I'm definitely not at levels that, for example, other people have been with risky money, but I would say that if we wake up, if we get up and we still good mentally, breathing, things are fine. So putting money back in the business, and when a lot of people
Ah,
or
Akbar.
or most people would kind of hold back, I'm still throwing money at the business and how we can put more money into this to generate more, and not getting content in a sense of like keep pushing and growing and keep getting uncomfortable. I think that's like a trait.
It's a skill,
Was
yeah,
that
like
word?
a trade, like a skill that you're
And
good
trading,
at
bro.
that.
That's I believe I'm good at trading, and being able to see uh, potential movements. But trading is a lot of emotional and psychological game.
I think it's a hell of a game.
Yeah, that's the part that most people don't. That most traders don't.
I think most men like somehow they invest in stocks or some type of trading.
Yeah.
Raul, we talked to him on last week as well. Stock market, crazy stories with the stock market, and
But I want to do it for a living. Well, not for a living, because to trade for a living, I did it, and psychologically it's not good.
the
But
only trader I know like that is Nick. That's it,
Yeah.
bro. That guy is a beast. Nick Gomez, shout out to Nick Gomez. Bro, only person that maybe you know somebody else that I know that
like
is
legitimately
profitable,
is
legit, not selling like a course to make money,
Yeah.
like legit is good at it. Very mental for it, like he doesn't get attached to emotions. My biggest shit on trading is emotions. I always fucked up. I was
I think
over
that
leveraged.
the biggest mistake that traders do is that they come to trade for a living and to pay bills without having a caution or having another source of income that will cover those expenses. And then if you lose a day, you're not so worried about how I'm gonna pay X, Y, Z bills,
Yeah.
And I think that's a misconception that if you don't set up the right infrastructure to be able to succeed at trading, then you're gonna have a hard time emotionally, when you lose money. And it's part of the process. Everybody loses money, but I think I'm good at looking at the charts, but when it comes to emotionally, I'm still learning
I want to say the more
The game.
money you can have for trading or investment or investing, the better. I was thinking about this because I follow a couple of people, and last month when Bitcoin dropped to like 65K,
Yeah.
like the lowest it's been on a long time, I follow this guy. He put like $1 million. He bought $1 million worth of Bitcoin, and I was like, this is freaking genius. He just sits around, like
Wait for those moments.
what he just sits around. He bought $1 million at 65. Maybe in the next couple of years, he goes back to 100, 120. He already doubled $1 million.
And he bought when everybody was scared. When everybody was.
But what I think is like, you and I, maybe I have like 10K to drop, maybe 20K. Yeah, I wait 2 years, it goes up. I only make 20K if it doubles, But when you have a shitload of money like that, you $1 million.
He compounds super fast.
It doubles $1 million. So I want to say, like you're saying, like if you have a business, something that brings you money, the more money you can have with as little risk or leverage as possible, the better you're gonna do.
Exactly.
When it comes to actual trading, and the goal is to get to a point where we have insider trading. That's like when something's gonna happen. Like bro, the other day, like before they attacked Iran, I was like, somebody had to know about this. Somebody bought oil stock.
Yeah.
Somebody bought oil when this shit, like before this shit happened. I'm almost certain, bro. Like people need to know about this. Oh, salió Andrew Tate talking that, I bought oil last year. I told you guys that something was gonna happen with Iran. Like oil went like a meme coin shark, like one of those like 100x, 100x. I'm sorry,
Parabolic.
like 100% on like a amount of hours, some type of shit like that. Yesterday it was trading at $100 again. It was like at 50 before all this crap happened, 50, 60. So that point where you have some type of information somehow on your circle, it's just gonna happen. I think that's like when trading is fun. That.
Yeah, no, once you have money is not a priority in a sense of like I have to come and make money, and you have a caution to be able to risk, and if you lose, accept the loss. It takes you time to actually learn that you become dangerous in a sense of it's a 50-50 game automatically. It's either goes up and down, so that you already have a 50% chance of winning. And then on top of that, of course, you build your criteria and your trading checklist based on the type of person you are, and we can get into more detail when it comes to like styles of trading and all that stuff. But that's the hardest part that most people go through, and also that most people do not get good at, and actually become professionals at managing their emotions and all the little psychological games.
What do you think of Trump? Se calentó esto.
Se calentó esto.
Se calentó esto.
Yo no hablo de política.
Yo no hablo de política. Cuba, ¿qué Cuba aquí? No, yo no puedo comer esa cosa. Mi madre me dijo que no hablara de política. ¿Serio? ¿Es esto para ahorita, bro? Que no puedo comer ahora.
I'm definitely not as educated individual as I would say as you, that you've been following.
It's going around the bush. Kicking around the bush.
But from what I've seen,
forget I'm here.
Yeah.
You can say whatever opinion you have.
I think he's a guy that has the balls to do the things that been needing to be done for a long time. And he came, he said that he was going to do things, and he's actually, standing behind the words from what I've seen, I've been able to talk to people that hate him because they know him from when he was back in New York, real estate, the big.
Cuando estaba haciendo Uber, cuando estaba empezando.
The big bankruptcy thing that like I said, I'm not so into what's going on or what happened back then, but from what I'm seeing, he's doing things right, and sometimes you gotta go through the hardships to be able to get things better. Sometimes or most of the time. So we have to go through these hardships to be able to get better times, get better relationships with, especially the Middle Eastern, Middle West, whatever.
Nah, I think it's crazy as fuck. I think the guy's nuts.
Yeah, you need the balls. You don't. I believe to run as a president in the U.S., you don't need people to like you, but you need that certain. Let me rephrase that. He's not liked by most people because the way he, as an arrogant,
as a person.
But with those qualities or with that character comes the qualities that you need to be able to make the right decisions and be able to make the hard decisions. Yeah, the hard decisions to tell, hey, this is what we gotta do, and I don't care what anyone says. Por ahí se va la cosa. So respect, definitely. Respect.
I think a lot of people judge Trump by his personality.
And I think a lot of people judge based on what they hear.
As a person.
People listen and they just repeat.
Yep.
Instead of educating themselves, doing research. And I've even seen myself doing that. And I'm able to cut myself because I'm scrolling on social media and you see something and you start already repeating it. Mention it to this, te enteraste de esto. And you've seen it, but is that true?
Right.
How true is that? How not? ¿Cómo es la palabra?
I see what you're trying to say.
Tergiversarlo.
Brainwash.
Exactly.
I think you get brainwashed on whatever.
On anything you see, and if you don't confirm the source of the information, you can easily spread misinformation and actually misinform yourself.
When we first started in like network marketing, we'll say, "Oh, you're getting brainwashed into like being a business owner and all these things." It's the same thing. Like you're always gonna be brainwashed by somebody. Somebody is gonna try to influence you somehow. You pick what you want to get brainwashed on, right? The TV channel is just like that. Depending on the channel that you're watching, Trump is either gonna be a piece of shit or he's gonna be a god. So you gotta listen to both sides and make your like rational decisions, right?
Exactly.
What affects you, what affects your family. No, I definitely think he has the balls to do a lot of things that other people done, and even if you don't like it right now, some people don't like it right now, but it's overall the best. As what happened right now with Iran, like bro, you cannot really let this
These people get
lunatics
more powerful.
have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Like they just show you they're not afraid of launching rockets at anybody around them. Even like their own like other Muslim countries were just like shooting rockets at them.
Exactly.
Right? I thought that they were friends, killing their own people. Like we know about Cuba. Cuba is like a baby next to them.
Exactly.
These people like killed. I believe it was January or whenever like la gente tiraron para la calle. They
They
killed
killed a lot of
over
people.
35,000 people, bro, of their own people. You think they're not gonna kill you?
Exactly.
If they have a nuclear weapon, you think they're not gonna throw it at
On
New
their own
York or Miami? Yeah, they will. So this guy's like, all right, we gotta take them on right now.
Yeah.
If they have it, they're definitely gonna use it. It's not good for the economy right now. It says in itself like we're seeing crypto going down, stock market goes down. War is not good for anybody except the defense companies and those people making weapons in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So it's not good for us right now, but I'd rather take a hit now that maybe when we have kids, these people have a nuclear weapon, they're threatening the U.S.
oh, yeah,
to
no.
like
No, I agree. You have
bombard
to
the
go
fuck
through,
out of the U.S.
You
Just
have to go through these hard times to be able to get
know,
to, and it's
hard
like
decisions.
everything in life. You go through those hardships, through those obstacles to you see the results that you want. And I don't need him to be my friend. I don't need to like him as a person. I just need for him to seek and protect the interest of us,
Yeah.
and the society, U.S. and the rest of the
his
world.
America first. His America
Exactly.
first.
So as
Yeah.
long as he's overseeing that and he's prioritizing that, I don't need to like him. I don't care.
As long as he's America first, I'm good with it.
Yeah. I don't care what he makes in the past now with all the files going on and this and that. You hear a lot of shit
So have
too,
even filed.
I guess justice will make its thing, but as of now, he's overseeing our interests, and that's what's important.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful. Even I'm from Cuba. I'm happy to be Cuban. I'm happy to like kind of like grow up there. But if you ask me right now, like, am I Cuba first, U.S. first, Canada first, like Israel, Iran? I'm U.S. first. No, doesn't
Me
matter
too.
what. Like no other country has given the opportunities that the U.S. has given.
Yeah. And the other day I watched a video that
And I don't want that to end for nobody.
for nobody.
Like I want this to be the country where people still come with there is a war going on in the
And
other side of the world right now. We're here recording, calmado,
Holy
with
man.
no worries.
Exactly.
Es riquísimo hablar mierda de Trump y de todo el mundo chilling in Miami in your car, having no worries.
No
Exactly.
worries, yeah.
Yeah, that's what people don't see, and it's because of things like that.
Yeah.
Like people like that have the balls of like, doesn't matter who it is, you're hurting the U.S. We're gonna go after you.
No, and I agree when it comes to like who you want first, or I was gonna say the other day I watched a video that the guy was saying you are from the place that you're able to grow and you feel free. So I feel like I'm from US. I was born and raised in Cuba, and my nationality is Cuban American now, but I'm gonna oversee from where I am, which is US. This is the country that gave me the opportunity to grow as a person, to experience new things, to grow my family, and I'm not living here, so I am from here. And hopefully Cuba situation, those people get out of the government. He's been able to do the same that he did with Venezuela too. Hopefully,
I think so, bro. I think matter of months.
I hope so.
He said that when he was done there, he was gonna do some shit.
Hopefully,
So we're just waiting on what's
I'm
gonna
just waiting
happen
for the news to go to Versailles.
next. Okay,
Y
rico,
formar
that's it.
gozadera ahí.
I want to go to Cuba. I have like a bunch of cigars there to pick up, so I can't wait to go there and like I don't know. I want the people there as well to like have a sense of I can have a life. Like I have my cousin there. We tried to get him out of the country for a while. Here in Mexico, nothing has worked out. We got scammed with Mexico. He couldn't get out. But now he has a hope. Like, I speak with them in Cuba. It's like, go Trump, dale Trump. My dad, no, Trump, un animal. Like, he's gonna like liberate
I've
us.
seen the freaking signs. Viva Trump.
See, I saw.
Cuba, yeah.
Like, bro, they have a hope. It's bringing hope to people that's been,
That
fucked
lost
up
the hope for a long time. Yeah.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
How it's gonna happen, I don't know. Is he gonna negotiate with them and the cats are gonna stay there?
think
I don't
they-
know, but I want something better to happen for the people.
I think the Cuban government has nothing to do with U.S. military. You can compare.
Yeah.
Especially when Cuba equipment is from the who knows how many decades
Soviet
back,
Union,
you know?
Yeah, no.
Y
there's
con todos
no
los
leverage.
viejitos estos que they can't even hold a rifle.
Yeah.
So you can compare military-wise U.S. and Cuba.
Yeah.
Eso es más fácil que Venezuela. And they're smart. What kind of makes me say that's unfair is that probably they're gonna let them go, all of them, go to Europe and these random countries and live their life without paying what they owe to the Cuban people. You
Yeah.
know, all the damage that they've made throughout the years. So, but if that's what's gonna take for they to leave Cuba alone and let the people there to start
Yeah.
developing and the country to move forward, I guess that's the best option.
Yeah.
I guess that's
If-
how things gotta play out.
If you believe in God, justice is always gonna serve somehow.
Exactly. I'm
Uh,
gonna put these people in their place
Yeah.
where they belong. you
like
know?
justice, it's not always man-made.
Joseph is not my man.
No, not at all, Pablo. It's an alien. Oye, ¿viste lo de los aliens? Que
Me dijiste.
Wanna get to
Para
know-
y Erika.
I want to get to know you. 'Cause we
Okay.
haven't spoken about before, because you were born in Cuba.
Yeah.
Speak to me about from Cuba over here, and if you always had that hunger, as far as in starting a business, as far as in doing something for yourself, or did you have something else planned? Like, did you want to do something else first, and then you went into business? So, kind of go back into your story of from Cuba. You were born. If you were doing anything over there that was like business-wise or anything like that, story of how you came over here, and then from there, you always had that hunger.
Bro, honestly, in Cuba, I mean, I came with 16. I moved to US with 16, so I didn't really work over there. And I'm not gonna say that I was doing little business over there or anything, because really didn't. Within all the situation, my family, we had a really decent lifestyle. We didn't lack of food, clothing. It was not bad, but within not being bad was bad. So
Yeah.
my dad wanted more for us, so he made the decision for us to come. And I came when I was 16. And as being a kid, I never really had like a passion for something or say, hey, I want to be an astronaut, or didn't really. And I think that was kind of like an advantage, because not having an inclination for something got me through. Let's start testing things and see, where we could get. When it comes to the hunger, it comes with the circle, of course. The people you surround with. I couldn't be more grateful for the friends and the connections that I made. Like, when I say friends, you and you guys. So definitely the hunger comes from the circle and not being content with where you are, and also wanting more, not only for you but for your family. Yeah, that's it. I think it comes down more from the circle than actually,
And where you were younger,
Sorry, guys. Go ahead. Sorry. I start off something. No bad. Go ahead. Nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah.
if we get deep in that, pero bueno, just to keep it por arribita.
how did you get into that circle? Or how can
Into
people
what?
out there get into that circle?
Circle.
That's a
Circle of
fucking
friends.
good question, bro. Damn.
Bien pensado.
Because
I'll be taking así ahí.
for me, when I was younger, there's not something that you can just go to and you get in the circle.
Exactly.
You have to be, in a sense, put in that circle or bring value to that circle.
Yeah.
So how was it for you that you got led to it, or just to
So-
even be around people that are doing
It goes back to high school. My
Okay.
Christian back in high school. Uh, Saliendo por la noche.
Señor de la noche.
Yeah, just doing kid stuff at night, you know. Una fiestecita aquí, una fiestecita por allá. Then my family decides to move to Orlando, and I think we got disconnected for some time, but didn't really. We kind of shot it here and there, but not so usual. And then that's when I start seeing the screenshots, and that's where all the marketing network marketing comes in, and that kind of brought us together again. Me being in Orlando, Christian being here, got presented with other few individuals, and I think network marketing got us together, taught us a lot, good and bad, and it definitely taught us about how, you know, the hunger and learning business principles, how to talk to people, and little things that even when you grasp a little bit of the whole 3 years or so, I would say, no, not even two,
Not even 3
years.
years, bro. Not
2
even,
years of network marketing and learning things. Me perdí a hacer.
Encuentra la sede.
Yo nunca me perdí.
So more or less, like, how do you get into a circle? You know, like where you say, like, my circle is a big thing, but how do you get there? How do
Well,
you build
yeah,
your circle?
network marketing and network marketing teach you, like I said, the hunger and how to talk to people, how to become a better individual, self-development, all that good stuff. And
I think it's growing because you grew to, like, a lot of people were brought into our circle through network marketing. Only a few people stayed, right?
exactly.
So you showed up.
Yeah, a lot of people
Your,
betrayed,
like, yeah, bro.
especially
Fuck.
yeah, from those little
My
moments.
ML, you start seeing who. So it's a lot of the values and the growth that you have to the point where you're attractive to the people in that circle. You know, like you're an asset. You're not a liability.
Liability for
Type
the
of thing. So I think you can come up to. It's like the thing where you don't pick your mentor picks you.
yeah,
Like you build up to a point where, okay, like you're an, like, you want, people want you around. I
exactly.
think you build yourself up to that point. I think you build yourself up to that point. I built myself up to a point where you grow so much that you actually want people around, like, to have you around.
Exactly.
Like, people want to have you and your energy and your mindset around them.
Exactly.
I guess
And
that makes them
always
better.
was without forcing things. You know,
Yeah.
like you be you, give the best you can, be true and honest to yourself especially. And life, God, the world, the energies, whatever you believe in, will the universe will put you in the direction, and
That's for
this
sure.
this is where we are.
If your circle is not the circle you want to be involved with, is just have to grow. You have to get rid of them. You have to cut the bleeding fast. You know, if people, you know, the people around here and the people you want to have around, all it talks about is like drugs and partying and wasting time. You have to cut it off. It's hard, but you have to cut whatever is not adding towards you. Even if you're alone by yourself, if it's just you running and your family's telling you no, and your person's telling you
Oh,
no,
yeah.
and you're crazy,
And what is the degree?
you have to
And
you
when
have
I'm
to
getting-
follow your path.
When I'm gonna hang the degree on the wall?
Yeah, you just have to do you, and eventually you will build your own circle. You will meet other people and get attached to those people. You don't necessarily have to bring like an skill set to a table to be part of a group. It's something as simple as just being kind, hardworking individual, good vibes, that people want to have you around. You don't have to make people money. You don't have to do anything like that. Sometimes having a good friend, somebody that you can count on with good principles and values, is more valuable than somebody that knows how to make money or that has a special skill set. So be genuine, be a good human being. You will find a circle. You will build your own circle where you guys can all grow together and be fulfilled. You know, where you were talking about at the very beginning. I think it's a great question. Pretty good. I think we can all add our own take on that, but I think that's one of the biggest things, and it's what brought us here right now.
Yeah.
in this moment together. We're recording the spotlight. Any other questions you have for Mr. Jose?
If there was one thing that
He
you
does
can
have one
ask, or not ask, if there was one thing you can say, everybody in the world can hear you, what is it that you would say?
No, estamos
Qué lindo te quedó.
profundo,
Oye,
esto.
papi, pero las empezas tan buenas. Por favor.
If I was to say one thing in the world that everybody can hear me, that I
Everybody
would
can hear
say,
you in the world. Everybody can hear you. They will understand your message. They will hear your message.
would be a lot of things.
Te
You
quedó
know?
lindo eso, ¿sabes?
What would you say?
Eso es tuyo. ChatGPT.
No?
ChatGPT.
Well, I think that lately I've been resonating with don't put a facade in front of you to pretend someone that you're not. Just be yourself. Forget about what people say. Forget about thinking of liking how you can be likable, or in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Be the best version of yourself every day. Be honest, genuine to yourself, and I think with those qualities, life will put you in the right circles. Life will put you in the right situations, and will build paradigms and character that will take you further in life. You know?
I love that. Love that. You know what? On the same subject, we all have that one thing in our life, or multiple things that we don't know the answer to. You know, there's always a question that you're like, fuck, if I only knew what I wanted for this, or what this was, or what X was. We all have that. Now, on your end, they said that you're sitting down, instead of me and Joseph, you're sitting down right here, right now, with the master of the universe, right? You're somebody that can answer anything that you have in mind, and will give you the specific answer that you're looking for. It doesn't matter what you ask, they'll give you the answer. What will you ask that person?
Una preguntita, pues. I would ask.
Think about it. It will give you the answer that you want. That thing that you really don't know, you struggle with, and you're like, if I only knew X, Y, Z. He would answer to you. What would you ask?
Yeah. I would say, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, I think that I would have a conversation to build to that question, but to answer it, I would say, what's my fulfillment looking like in the next 10 years, you know? Because
What's my purpose?
what's my purpose? Why am I in here? You know, what should I be seeking out of it? Is it something that I should be seeking that I'm not yet, you know, to be able to get the most out of life? But I would say I will have a whole conversation on certain questions I want to ask. You know?
One question. What am I here for?
What am I here for? What's my purpose?
All right, guys. So there you have it, Mr. Jose Lopez, owner of Miami Softwash. If we ever need any Softwash services, driveways, roofs, windows. You still do windows?
Myself?
Hi. Oh my God, Mr.
No, yeah, we
Business
do
Owner.
Yeah, we do it.
Myself, you know, I have these people working for me.
everything exterior way, from windows, walls, driveways.
Oye, el interior hacer.
Bien, ¿y tú?
Yo, buenas noches y buenos días.
Buenos días.
Good morning, idioma anglosajón.
No, mira, te voy a tirar un joke ahí, se me fue.
Yo, no tira muy duro, a un golpe. So he does interior, exterior, designs, the whole nine yards.
Interior, only windows.
Yep.
Yeah, interior of the house, we don't do.
Oiga, por la window se fue.
Se fue.
Yo,
Yeah, we don't. We
El
only
Tiger
do
hace.
interior windows. Other than that, everything else is.
¿sabes que mataron al Tiger?
Joda.
Lo mataron a hacer. No tenía raya.
¿Cuándo?
Cuando estaba Joan ese que le dio el tiro a hacer. Lo cazó, de pinga a hacer. Lo hizo un chimbam, mi búho, bota con poda. Fue con todo el reparto de hacer. All right, guys, we had some fun. We had a great time. One more time, Mr. Jose Lopez, owner of Miami Softwash. Any Softwash needs that you need for your home, for your business, he's the one to contact. An amazing crew, amazing work ethic, 100% guaranteed. And if you need capital, you hit me up. If you need recording, you have Mr. Joseph and Short Creation. We're here to have fun, to have a good time, and of course, to bring value to you guys. You already learned today how you can start a Softwash business with $500. Mr. Humble here, he said, I didn't even know this. He made 10K in his first month, and he doesn't lie. I guarantee that. He doesn't exaggerate either. I guarantee that. So, an amazing business opportunity, amazing business model to create on 2026. You need help, you hit him up as well. Hope you enjoy this. Subscribe, support us. You know, we're doing this for you guys and for us to have some fun, to be honest. And smoke cigars and drink coffee. See you in the next one. Subscribe.